Extinct living's presence. Why should we reduce carbon footprint? You have probably heard the term carbon footprint, and that this refers to the greenhouse gas emissions. But did you know that each one of us has our own carbon footprint and why it is so important to reduce it? Reducing your carbon footprint is important because it mitigates the effects of climate change, which has a positive cascade effect on public health and plant and animal diversity. In addition, this boosts the global economy and leads to innovative, more environmental and friendly solutions. Benefits of reducing carbon footprint. The carbon footprint is one of the ways we measure the effects of human-induced global climate change. It primarily focuses on the greenhouse gas emissions associated with consumption, but also includes other emissions such as methane, nitrous oxide, and chlorofluorocarbons. The amount of greenhouse gases and specifically carbon dioxide emitted by something such as persons' activities or a product's manufacture and transport during a given period is basically what the carbon footprint indicates. Basically, it is the amount of carbon emitted by an activity or an organization. This includes greenhouse gas emissions from fuel that we burn directly and GHG emissions from manufacturing the products that we use. Coal, oil, and natural gas are the top three highest emitters of greenhouse gas emissions. Reducing your consumption of these in turn reduces your carbon footprint, which has huge impacts on environmental, economic, and public health. Reason number 1. Reducing your carbon footprint mitigates the effect of global climate change. Reducing your carbon footprint mitigates the effects of global climate change. Carbon emissions have devastating effects on the environment. Reducing your carbon footprint can mitigate these effects because the less GHG we emit, the less we contribute to global climate change, and thus we increase the age of our Mother Earth. Reason number 2. Reducing your carbon footprint improves public health. Degradation of air quality as a result of carbon emissions is a serious issue. In 2009, the US government declared CO2, CH4, N2O, hydrofluorocarbons, CFCs, perfluorocarbons, PFCs, and sulfur hexafluoride, SF6, threats to the public health and welfare of current and future generations. Reason number 3. Reducing your carbon footprint boosts the global economy. Although we cannot place a definite price tag on the economic cost of carbon emissions, the number is predicted to be quite large. A study in the journal Nature found that every 1 trillion tons of CO2 translates to a gross domestic product loss of nearly 0.5%. If we pursue all available climate change mitigation measures, the total global economic cost would be 240 to 420 billion per year by 2030. This may seem like a lot, but that number is projected to be less than 1% of the forecasted GDP in 2030. the benefits of mitigation would far outweigh the costs of implementation. Reason number 4. Reducing your carbon footprint maintains plant and animal diversity. Climate change is one of the biggest threats to the long-term survival of plants and animals. It disturbs the ecological balance between plant and animal species by increasing competition and forcing relocation. Although these populations have evolved to adapt to changes in the past, they are unable to keep up with the current rate of rapid climate change, and when they cannot adapt, they face extinction. We should care about maintaining plant and animal populations because healthy ecosystems have been linked with cleaner air, water, and food. Protecting forest habitats increases carbon sequestration and defends against erosion. Protecting agricultural land ensures a robust, secure, and prosperous food system. Protecting aquatic ecosystems ensure a rapidly available supply of fresh water. Lastly, protecting biodiversity protects human health because many plants and animals are used in modern medicines. What are the main ways to reduce your carbon footprint? You don't have to make drastic changes in your lifestyle to reduce carbon footprint. Actions that may seem small can have a big impact because those small changes add up. You can reduce your carbon footprint in 3 main areas of your life: household, travel, and lifestyle. First, let us look about the household. Important legislation to reduce our global carbon footprint. Paris Climate Agreement is perhaps the most well-known piece of legally binding international climate mitigation legislation. It was adopted by 196 countries in Paris on December 12, 2015 and entered into law on November 4, 2016. Its goal is to limit global warming to below 2 degrees Celsius, preferably to 1.5 C compared to pre-industrial levels. Every 5 years, member countries submit nationally determined contributions (NDCs) which outline their plans for climate action. This is a significant piece of legislation because it unites countries under a common cause: mitigation climate change. By standing together in face of a global climate crisis, these countries can share resources, wealth, and ideas that could prove vital in meeting the 1.5 C goal. Final thoughts. We should care about reducing our carbon footprint because our planet's future quite literally depends on it. Reducing your carbon footprint is important because it mitigates the effects of global climate change, improves public health, boosts the global economy, and maintains biodiversity. When we cut carbon emissions, we help ensure cleaner air, water, and food for our generations and for the generations yet to come. If you like this video, please like, share, comment, and don't forget to subscribe.